guys, it's Drea. I'm back, checking in from Baltimore. Quality First Healthcare Services is presenting you with the Healthcare Chronicles. For the people who are tuning in, checking out my channel for the first time, thanks for looking into what I do. And for the ones who are returning, I appreciate you coming back. If you don't know what the Healthcare Chronicles is, we are a channel that will help people try to start their own assisted living facility. Basically, the last video, let's see where I left off. So registering your business, doing an entity search on your state registry site to see if the name is available, finding the location of the business, making sure that you're in the right area that's going to get the right paying clients, as well as making sure you have the right room sizes, making sure you have enough bathrooms, whatever the requirements are for the amount of residents that you would like to admit into your facility, making sure that, all of the structural things that need to be there are good bones because you will be having a building inspection. I did talk about, if you did have to get a sprinkler system, if you don't own the property, might not be a good idea. But I just want to make a correction on that. It could definitely be a great idea if it's the right investment, if it's the right location, if it's going to bring in the right amount of paying clients, then it's worth, getting that sprinkler system in your facility, especially if you're going to get a larger facility with like 16 or more clients, then you have to have a commercial grade space. And you will definitely have to do the fire sprinklers and all of the other things that come with it. So, weigh your options there. After you've done all of that and you've decided on what you want to name your business and you've registered it with your state, then you're going to go to irs.gov and you're going to get your EIN, which is your employee identification number. It's free. You'll register your business, meaning that your, whatever your LLC or S Corp or C Corp, whatever it is, will be registered with the federal government. And now you have a full-fledged business. After you do that, then you're going to start trying to get things that you need to prepare for your inspection. So the first inspection that you'll get will be your fire inspection. And for your fire inspection, you're going to need fire extinguishers. You're going to need an extinguisher on each floor. Even in the basement, even if you don't have anyone living in the basement, or even if your living staff is going to be in the basement, you have to have a fire extinguisher there. You must get interconnected smoke detectors. So your smoke detectors in your common areas. What is a common area? Your living room, your dining room, your family room, areas where everyone is going to convene together, like a hallway or something like that. You must have smoke detectors that are hardwired. Each bedroom must have their own smoke detector, but they don't have to be hardwired. Now they are making it where if you get these smoke detectors, you have to have an alarm system where your smoke detectors can be set up to connect to your alarm, so that if there is a fire, the alarm company will be notified and automatically dispatch, the fire department. Some are requiring the fire pole. It's sort of kind of a fine line there because it's up to your fire marshal on whether they're going to accept a fire alarm or a fire pole. The difference is a fire pole is very expensive. There's only, a UL commercial grade type of fire pole system, and it's expensive. We're getting quotes as low as $9,000. I've heard quotes as high as $13,000. This has to be in your home, whether you have one or whether you have 10 residents. For some areas of the city. The only way you're going to find out what is required and what your inspector is going to approve is that you have to find out the name of the inspector for that zip code in that zoning area that your location will be, and then you'll know whether or not you'll need a fire pole or a fire alarm. And Vivint is a good one, but credit has to be really good with Vivint. If not, you're going to be putting down anywhere from, $700 to $1,100, depending on how much equipment you need for the house. You also have ADT. Comcast, they do have an alarm system, but if you're going to get an alarm, I, advise that you get an alarm that you can, on each floor that has a button that says fire on it or something like that. And they don't have that, I think, with Comcast, which is Xfinity. So you have to look into getting your alarm systems. Those are the main things that you're going to need for your fire inspection. Also, not smoke detectors. We talked about smoke detectors. When you get the smoke detectors, make sure they have the carbon monoxide combination. It's just cheaper that way. Instead of getting a carbon monoxide detector, They have the smoke detectors where it comes combo, and it'll just be more cost efficient that way. You will also need to have wired lighted exit signs. You can get these exit signs on Amazon. That's where I got mine. I got my smoke detector. I did go to a company here that I think it's called Fire Safety. Your fire extinguisher needs to be tagged stating that it was inspected for whatever month or year that you're trying to get licensed. So if it's October, it needs to say October of 2019. It's good for a whole year, and then that following year you can go back and get that same smoke detectors, a fire extinguisher, get it re-inspected, and they'll tag it again for the upcoming year as long as you haven't used it. The other thing you can do is buy a fire extinguisher, and it needs to be the, I believe, grade extinguisher. I'll get that for you guys the next time. I didn't write it down, but I'll tell you exactly the type of fire extinguisher it has to be. But I know it's like 210 AB or 210 BC or something like that. But anyway, you can buy a fire extinguisher like that, and you can just hold on to the receipt. If you hold on to the receipt, that shows that it was purchased on this day and that month, and that will be good enough for you to say that it's tagged and that it's, efficient and that it hasn't been used. And you could buy a new one every year or just get it re-tagged. The re-tagging costs like $12. So it's best to invest in one and then just get it re-tagged every year. Once you do that, you need to get your exit signs. Like I said, from Amazon, you can get that. They need to be put up, and they need to be hardwired as well, and they'll be lighted. And some of them have like the spotlights on them, the floodlights connected to it, but that's not absolutely necessary. And you'll need one exit sign at the front of your entry, the back entry, and if you have any other like side entries that come into your house, you need to put one there too. So these are all the things that you need to get once you have your location, once you know where you're going to be, once you're ready to get set up. The first inspection is going to be fire inspection. So you need to get all of those supplies for your fire inspection. Once that's done, then you're ready to move on to the next step. Got to find out what the next step is in the next video. So hopefully this was good enough for you guys to give you another little tip on what you need to do to get going. Again, I'm in Baltimore, Quality First Healthcare Services. Look me up. If you are ready to go, we have the Done For You package, getting you licensed from application to zoning, A to Z. If you would like to get started, the MedTech classes I do, CPR first aid I do, as well as like the bloodborne pathogens, and then the 20-hour assisted living courses that you would need to stay current every year. So that's it for you guys this week. Sorry I came in a little late. I'm so busy, but I'm going to try to keep, getting these videos out to you all, and hopefully it's helping someone out. And if you have any questions in the meantime, do give me a call. I'm here, and that's what I do. The Healthcare Chronicles. Thanks for checking in. Bye, guys.